Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Jake from today'siphone.com, and here's your TIP Daily for November 5th, 2012. Okay, now let's start off with some application news. Now, obviously, there are tons of people out there who weren't too pleased with the iOS 6 Maps application, and therefore they've been holding out for the Google Maps app, which is supposedly supposed to hit the App Store sometime, maybe at the end of this year or early next year, and save everybody from the terrible app that is iOS 6 Maps. But unfortunately, if The Guardian is correct, that may not actually happen. According to The Guardian, Google developers are building this application under the assumption that it is very unlikely that Apple is even going to approve it, considering the fact that Google is a major competitor of Apple, and approving the Google Maps application would really highlight that Apple Maps really is inferior and customers are wanting the competitor's product over Apple's. So at this point, it is pretty unsure whether if this application is completed, people will even be able to get it. Alright, moving on, in jailbreak news, the iPad 4 with a Retina display, which is the newest full-size iPad to hit the market just a couple days ago, has officially been jailbroken. Now, it only took jailbreak developer Chipone a weekend to hack this A6X running tablet, but unfortunately this jailbreak won't see a public release anytime soon because the developer wants to find a couple more exploits in the device's processor and operating system and stuff, just in case Apple patches this one exploit really quickly, which would cancel out the jailbreak. He wants to have some backups. Okay, now speaking of the 4th generation iPad with a Retina display, that device along with the iPad mini went on sale last weekend, as you know, and they had record-breaking sales with a total of 3 million units. Now this is pretty impressive just considering the price of these devices plus the fact that the iPad 3 came out less than a year ago. So obviously these tablets are pretty popular with customers, but you should keep a couple things in mind. First of all, iPad mini sales could go up, only because people who are waiting for the cellular data equipped one can't have bought them yet because they aren't on sale yet. Also, this 3 million number is the iPad mini and the iPad 4 combined, so there's no way of knowing, how many iPad minis Apple sold versus how many 4th generation iPads are sold. The 3 million is an impressive number, but I'm inclined to think that if Apple sold a notable amount of iPad minis, like a record-breaking number to make it really stand out, they would have released those numbers separately rather than combined. Also, initial iPad launches usually hit around 12 countries in the opening weekend. These two devices hit 34 their opening weekend, so that's obviously a huge factor as well. And finally, something really cool, developers using the beta 1 of iOS 6.1 report that Siri now links up with the Fandango application and allows you to purchase tickets right from the digital assistant. So you can say, Siri, buy tickets for the new Pixar movie at this theater at this time, and it'll do it for you. I'm not sure if this will use your iTunes account, or maybe you have to have a Fandango account or something. Either way though, this is definitely really cool, and it's great to see Apple constantly adding more functionality to Siri because, there's a lot of good things about her, but there's also a lot of really bad things. So the fact that they're still actively updating her features and just the way she performs is definitely a plus. Unfortunately, at this time, it seems like this ticket purchase feature is US only, but hopefully that changes in the future. Okay, well that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Your question of the day today is, are you surprised at the amount of iPad sales this last weekend? Did you expect Apple's iPad mini to flop because it doesn't have a Retina display, or the 4th generation iPad to flop just because it's launched so close to the 3rd generation iPad? Or did you buy both devices and are shocked that it wasn't 10 million units? You can let me know in the comment section down below or on Twitter at TIP_Jake. Please don't forget the links to everything I talked about in this video in the description down below, so definitely check those out. And as always, for more news, views, and reviews, don't forget to hit up today'siphone.com.